first met, I didn't really like you that much.
I didn't like you.
You did too. You were just so tight. Now you're much softer.
I really hate that kind of remark. I just hate it. It looks like a compliment, but really it's an insult, you know?
Okay, you're still as hard as nails.
I don't want to sleep with you, so you have to write it off to a character flaw instead of dealing with the possibility it might have something to do with you.
What's the statute of limitations on apologies?
10 years.
Oh! I can just get one in under the wire.
Would you like to dinner with me sometime?
Are we becoming friends now?
Well,
Yeah. Great. A woman friend. This is amazing. You may be the first attractive woman I have not wanted to sleep with in my entire life.
it's wonderful, Harry.
Documentary footage. A series of quick cuts of different older couples, each of them sitting on the love seat and looking at the camera.
She was wearing a white dress with little daisies on it.
He had a bowl hat,
A bright red coat with black buttons.
a blue suit. He told me after it was the first suit he got from a real tailor.
In her hair, she had a white flower, camellia.
Fade in. A tight shot of one of those toy felt birds that somehow is able to miraculously keep dunking its beak into a glass of water. Wider to reveal Harry is sitting in his office staring blankly at his ornithological phenomenon. As Harry's at this, I can't even believe I said that. Ornithological phenomenon. Let's say that again. As Harry stares, we hear the sound of the phone ringing. It's picked up by Sally.
Hello?
You sleeping?
I was watching Casablanca.
Channel, please.
11.
Thank you, got it.
As Harry continues to stare at the bird, we hear a few lines of dialogue from Casablanca. Of all the gin joints, etc.
Now you're telling me you would be happier with Victor Laszlo than with Humphrey Bogart
When did I say that?
when we drove to New York.
I never said that. I would have never said that.
Harry's fixing a picture. He gives the nail one more tap, and a big chunk of plaster comes off the wall. He surveys it, then decides to leave the picture against the wall on the floor. He walks away. Harry's apartment, day. Harry is sitting in his one chair, trying to read a book. He has a thermometer in his mouth. He can't concentrate. He keeps reading the same paragraph over and over. Finally, he flips the last page and reads.
You've been sleeping?
Not really. Maybe I'm coming down with something. Last night I was up at 4 in the morning watching Leave It to Beaver in Spanish. Buenos dias, Señor Cleaver. ¿Dónde está Wallace y Theodore? I'm not.
Throughout the following, we see a series of shots showing Sally busily typing in her office, Sally shopping in Bloomingdale, Sally tap dancing in a studio, Sally picking up groceries, Sally fixing dinner, chopping, setting table, being good to herself.
I went to bed last night at 7:30. Haven't done that since 3rd grade.
That's the good thing about depression. You get your rest.
I'm not depressed.
Okay, fine. Oh, put on 23. It's the new talk show.
How can you watch that?
What? You don't find it interesting watching naked people discussing insider trading?
Because my scope is limited. Yes,
I'm there.
what's the deal with arena football?
What? It's good. If it catches on, there's no telling where it could lead. Arena golf. Arena yachting.
Exterior movie theater. Harry and Sally walking out of the movie theater and down the street. It is day.
Do you still sleep on the same side of the bed?
I did for a while, but I'm pretty much used to it.
Yeah, that's great. I feel weird when just my leg wanders over. I miss her.
Chinese restaurant, night. Sally is going through a very detailed ordering session. The waiter is trying to keep up. Harry just stares.
I don't miss him. I really don't.
Not even a little?
You know what I miss? I miss the idea of him.
Maybe I miss the idea of Helen. No, I miss the whole.
Harry and Sally are walking along. Sally spots a mailbox, stops, opens her purse, and pulls out a stack of mail. She proceeds to place the mail in the box, one letter at a time, checking to see that each letter has safely entered the box. Harry stands, impatiently waiting.
I found this book that gives you really good tips on how to enjoy being alone.
Like what?
Like, never eat standing up. Like, make a nice meal for yourself and sit at a table.
Sounds good. As soon as I get a table, that's exactly what I'll do.
Harry's impatience with Sally's letter mailing has gotten the best of him. He impulsively grabs the remaining letters in her hand, opens the box, and shoves them in, then hustles her off.
Last week, Casablanca.
And now, interior Sally's bedroom. Night, Sally in bed on the phone watching Casablanca, and talking to Harry in bed on the phone watching Casablanca. Cut back and forth.
Ingrid Bergman. Now she's low maintenance.
Low maintenance.
Yeah, there are two kinds of women: high maintenance and low maintenance.
Ingrid Bergman is low maintenance.
And LM definitely the worst one. You're high maintenance, but you think you're low maintenance.
I don't see that.
You don't see that? I'll start with a house salad, but don't put the regular dressing on it. I'll have the balsamic vinegar and oil instead, but on the side. And then the salmon with the mustard sauce, but I want the sauce on the side. On the side is a very big thing with you.
I just want it the way I want it.
Right. Maintenance.
Bogart says, Louis, this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Oh, best last line of a movie ever.
As the movie ends.
I'm definitely coming down with something. Probably a 24-hour tumor. They're going around.
Tumor.
How do you know?
Hurry, go see a doctor.
No, he'll tell me it's nothing.
You go to sleep.
If not, I'll be okay.
What do you do?
I'll stay up and moan. Wait, let me practice that. Now.
Harry.
As he continues to murmur, they hang up. Lincoln Center. Day. Harry and Sally walking past the Henry Moore sculpture.
I dreamed I was making love as the Olympic judges were watching, as usual. I nailed the compulsories, so this is it, the finals. I get a 9.8 from the Canadian, I get a perfect 10 from the American, and my mother, dressed as an East German, gives me a 5.6. Think there's any meaning to that?
Central Park. Harry and Sally in the park on a gorgeous fall day. They're sharing a big pretzel.
I mean, basically, it's the same one I've been having since I was 12.
What happens?
It's very embarrassing.
Don't tell me.
Okay. There's this guy.
What does he look like?
I don't know, he's sort of faceless.
A faceless guy. Okay, then what happens?
And then he rips off my clothes.
And then what?
That's it.
That's it? A faceless guy rips off your clothes, and that's the sex fantasy you've been having since you were 12. Exactly the same.
Sometimes I vary it a little.
Which part of it do you vary?
What I'm wearing.
Harry and Sally are walking through the Egyptian temple exhibit at the Metropolitan.
I decided for the rest of the day we're going to talk like this.
I get it.
Repeat after me.
Whatever, why
May I have some pepper? Pepper. Pepper. Pepper.
Pepper.
Pepper. May I have some pepper on my quiche?
I have a pepper, my pepper cake.
I think I'll have some tomato juice.
You're gonna have some tomato first.
Do you want to go to a movie tonight?
Do you want to go to a movie tonight?
No, answer the question. Do you want to go to a movie tonight?
I would love to, Harry, but I can't.
What do you have? A hot date?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Really?
I was gonna tell you, I don't know, it felt weird about it.
Why?
I don't know, we've been so.
Hey! It's fine with me. We're friends. I think it's great you have a date.
Sure.
Yes, be sure. Is that what you're wearing?
Yeah, well, yeah, why?
I think you should wear skirts more. You look good in skirts.
I do.
Yeah.
You know, Harry, you should get out there too.
No, I'm not ready.
It's time.
No, I can't.
You should.
Maybe I will.
Harry's apartment. Harry and Sally are unrolling a new rug.
It was the most uncomfortable night of my life.
The first date back is always the toughest.
You only had one date. How do you know it won't get worse?
How much worse can it get than him finishing dinner, having him reach over, pull the hair out of my head, and start flossing under the table?
You're talking dream date compared to my horror.
It's gotta go this way.
It started out fine. She was a very nice person, and then we just started talking at this Ethiopian restaurant she wanted to go to. I was making some jokes, like I didn't know they had food in Ethiopia. This will be a quick meal. We'll order 2 empty plates and leave. Nothing. Not even a smile. So I downshift into some small talk, and I asked her where she went to school. And she says Michigan State, and it reminds me of Howland. And all of a sudden, I'm in the middle of this massive anxiety attack. My heart's beating like a wild man, and I'm sweating like a pig.
Helen went to Michigan State.
No, but she went to sort of Northwestern, but they're both Big Ten schools. I was so upset I had to leave the restaurant.
Harry, I think it takes a long time. I mean, months before you're able to enjoy going out with someone new.
Yeah.
Even longer before you're able to go to bed with someone.
Well, I did go to bed with her.
You went to bed with her?
Yeah.